go down the brother route? Talk about the brother you stabbed in the back on the same night your other brother told the world he was fighting leukemia again?
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment down below and I just might end up responding. Fucking savage. A term that applies to multiple scenarios, whether that be the insanely deadly spot, a particularly painful insult, a noticeably stiff shot, some insane mix of the three, or just literal savages. Professional wrestling sees savagery in all kinds of facets, so you really never know what you're gonna get with a list like this. Should make things pretty interesting. I'm D Wicket, and these are the 10 most savage WWE moments of the last year. Number 10, Kofi's revenge.
Feeling it. Goes for the RKO. Connects. Kofi Kingston, jaw and face planted.
Kofi Kingston is on a fucking roll. He's always been one of those guys who was just on the cusp of greatness but never had it. Because of this, the opportunities didn't always come his way, but somewhere over the last few years with his New Day brothers, that it factor has clearly gotten to him, just as the fans have clearly gotten behind him. With that being said, I have great joy in my heart in letting everyone know that Kofi has finally gotten his proper revenge on Randall Keith Orton, and ironically, the last main event feud he ever actually had, Kofi botched an RKO which sent Mr. RKO into an absolute frenzy, yelling stupid multiple times very audibly at the prone Kofi dead body. What you're about to see, on the other hand, is long-term booking at its finest.
He pinned Randy Orton in critical fashion to make it one-on-one with him and Bryan.
But ultimately, we know the only time almost counts.
Number 9, 1000 Eva Marie's.
Daniel Bryan and I have agreed to trade you, Sami Zayn, straight up for Eva Marie.
Yes! What?
Have two wrestlers ever been buried so well? Like both of them within a single promo? Like, this is a real 2-for-1. First off, you have Raw General Manager Mick Foley coming out to let Sami Zayn know that he's being traded over to SmackDown Live for Eva Marie. Now, you guys know I would never disrespect a wrestler, but Eva Marie was trash. Straight garbage, almost entirely useless throughout her tenure within WWE, just the fucking worst. Ironically, this took place during the one actually interesting footnote of her entire career, when she had that whole voice narrator gimmick announcing that she couldn't compete thing that was going on. It was actually pretty good. So basically, Sami Zayn was the equivalent to a horrible wrestler at her best, and that best was when she wasn't even wrestling. So that's a good start. Then Sami lets us know that his feelings on this, and well, if this didn't portray just how little bit WWE cared about Sami Zayn, or really actually how much little investment they had in Eva Marie and her ability to wrestle, nothing will.
Guess what, Mick? I'm worth 100 Eva Maries. I am worth 1,000 Eva Maries.
Number 8, the Black Mass. Fucking Christ, this is my new favorite finisher. For our 100,000 subscriber special, I did my face reveal and a top 20 list of my favorite finishers.
Look at the top of his head.
Alright, fuck that entire list. The Black Mass is the best finisher in the world, and I'll fight anyone on it. Essentially, any of them could make this list. The move's just so fucking just devastatingly brutal to watch. But my favorite right now has to be the one he just went for on his main roster debut, Monday Night Raw against Elias. Dude, this kick. Seriously, watch this kick and just yell, bitch, after it lands. Yell it to yourself, in your head, yell it at your mom if you have to. Just watch the kick, yell bitch, and try telling me that shit ain't savage.
Oh, great group counter. Oh! The Black Mass kick connects.
And a cover on Elias and Aleister Black with a...
Number 7, Samoa Joe attacks Kofi motherfucking Kingston. He's back at it again.
In, Kofi's fading.
And wait a minute. Oh, wait a Kofi! Kofi! Cover! Kofi eliminated Joe! I can't believe it!
Justin Oral, your comment did not age well over the last month, sir. Seeing a SmackDown Live's gauntlet match to decide who would enter last in the Elimination Chamber gave Kofi the biggest spotlight he's had in his entire career, and the dude fucking murdered it. We all know that. Kofi's on a tangent. He's on a roll. Unfortunately, his final win in the gauntlet was over Samoa Joe, who actually tried to murder Kofi Kingston afterwards.
Oh, and Samoa Joe has got to be furious. Gotta be. Oh, God, to the back of the neck. I'll say that answered your question.
Context gives this higher points, seeing as Kofi had already pinned 3 men in a row that night, and he was just on the span of going over a goddamn hour at this point.
Cocaine a clutch after the elimination.
What are you doing? Get off of it, huh?
There's barely anything left in Kofi as it is.
Number 6, the helicopter incident. No, the savage moment of this list isn't literally Shane McMahon surviving a helicopter crash, but at the same time, like, holy shit, Shane, we knew you could take a hard landing, but that's a bit much. Speaking of a bit much, Kevin Owens. Holy shit, dude. The WWE has never been shy of using people's family in storyline, but it could be considered questionable to bring someone's kids into the matter. I mean, shit, did you see what Eminem did to MGK last year when he mentioned his daughter? KO clearly sticks to Canadian hip-hop, as after being warned once already to keep his kids out of it, decided to let Shane know just how much better they'd be off without him.
Your entire family would have been better off if you hadn't survived that crash.
Number 5, Ambrose versus H.
Oh, what's the matter? Do you have to ask permission from your father-in-law first?
2 of the best talkers of this decade, alongside being completely opposites in terms of character. I've always gotten excited whenever Dean Ambrose and Triple H find themselves opposing sides. While it's nothing compared to an H versus Punk, it's probably the closest thing we've had since. Each of them gets a blow in too, as first you got Triple H completely shitting on the fact that Dean stabbed his brother in the back the same night his other brother announced leukemia, and then 30 fucking seconds later we get Dean asking H if he needs permission from his father-in-law, seeing as Vince seems to be back in charge around WWE. With a nice callback to a great 2011 Punk line, Ambrose proves he really is the best we've got now. And now he's out the door. Good fucking job, WWE.
The brother route? Talk about the brother you stabbed in the back on the same night your other brother told the world he was fighting leukemia again?
Number 4, it's not a prediction.
Seth freaking Rollins.
I fucking love Paul Heyman, okay? I don't care if he's said the exact same goddamn thing for 3 years now. I love Paul Heyman. As of late, he's been telling people that Brock Lesnar will kick the shit out of whoever he's facing. Right now, Seth Rollins. And ending it off by saying that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler.
That's not a prediction. It's not even a spoiler.
That's a clever line in itself. I like that. But on this specific instance, Heyman really hammed it up and took it a step further by saying it's not even a spoiler, but an ending to the story of Seth Rollins. Jesus Christ, no one should be able to talk this calmly while murdering someone like our favorite walrus does here.
It's the end of the story of a man named Seth Rollins.
Number 3, the Desperate Housewife. Alright, I'm a little proud of that entry title. Just give me a second to explain. You'll end up leaving a comment about how funny I am. Don't worry. Nothing stings worse than the painful truth, and Sami Zayn used that to great effect while cutting a promo on Daniel Bryan a little over a year ago. Now, we all know where Daniel Bryan was about a year ago, before being cleared for WrestleMania, that is. Everyone knew the reality. Bryan wanted nothing more than to just fucking wrestle. Unfortunately, doctors wouldn't clear him, and Sami's promo served as a notably painful reminder to that truth.
A man who gave his body for glory and for the adulation just to end up a housewife.
Number 2, Daniel Bryan, and look what happens just a year later. Daniel Bryan is back and better than fucking ever. Seriously, the best wrestler on the planet right now. Even better than AJ Styles, the dude I've been touting for the last 2 years.
Deep thinking about professional wrestling, not on social media, not talking about tweets or Instagrams or Facebooks or anything else.
The passion this man has for professional wrestling alone is something worth admiring, but considering his rival AJ Styles is in that exact same boat, you might be asking yourself how exactly he used this as an insult. Well, it wasn't AJ who took the fall about how social media was pointless. Instead, that'd be his interviewers. Fucking Christ, he cuts a good promo.
You've got 2 guys who have spent their whole lives getting in the ring and fighting other men, and you guys want to talk about tweets?
And number 1, of course it's Samoa Joe. I mean, come on, he's the embodiment of savagery in literally every way, between his promos, his demeanor, his ruthless in-ring style, everything Samoa Joe is the only man in WWE today who can truly lay claim to being referred to as a savage in its truest form. And for proof, look no further than this. Just Jesus fuck all Christ.
But more than that, Wendy, my actions have forced him to actually care about you.
And those are the 10 most savage WWE moments of the last year. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below after liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and notifications, zing that bell.